Hello. Hey guys. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. We're doing we're doing a quick live stream today about part-time jobs in the US and in Canada and how to find these. Uh, and it's a very interesting time to talk about it because of what's happening between Canada and India as well. So this is what this is about. It's not straightforward to get part-time jobs because sometimes you have to get permission from your institution, and we're going to talk about what that means and how that looks like, and what you can do to actually get a job. Would love to understand. I think there's a few people coming and going online. Would love to understand where are y'all planning to go, what countries, and what types of jobs, what types of courses are you all planning to do so we can start talking about it. And I'll give you a little bit of my experience as well on how I found jobs and stayed in the country in the US when I was studying. Please use the chat and let me know. Um, Prokhar, is that oh, interesting. All right. Well, we don't seem to have external users. I wonder what's happening. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk about part-time jobs in general, and then we'll drop off if we don't have any external users today on our live session. In terms of part-time jobs, the way you want to look at it is part-time, especially if you're in US and Canada, you need to have explicit permission from your institution, and that permission comes in a few different ways, one being the CPT, or the curricular practical training. um, a lot of students don't realize that they go there and they say, oh, my school does not allow me to work part-time. Well, a lot of them don't realize that it's just the general thought of all the students, but you can go and ask your, so there's two people, and write down these names. They're called either the DSO, um, which is the, oh, D stands for, oh, I don't know if it's direct, no, but SNO is student officer. I've just always called them the DSO. Or you go to the ISSS office, International Student Services and something, ISSS office, right? So these are the two places or the people whom you want to ask for something called as a CPT. And when you get CPT, you basically get a new I-20 that tells you how many hours you can actually work while you're studying, and it also tells you from when to when can you work. So your typically schools want to see at least you being there for 90 days before they can give you that validation on your I-20. If you try to work without that validation, it's a really risky move, guys. I know a lot of students who try and go and work for cash or something. Whatever you do, make sure that if you're there and you don't have CPT and you are getting salary in your bank account from some employer, it will be tracked by the IRS, and it's not a good thing to do because it goes against the policies of your F1 visa, right? But that being said, you can definitely go through the school and do it. There are some other ways of doing it. So there are some other ways of doing part-time work. Now, if you're working um, for no money, which means you're doing some sort of voluntary work, the voluntary work can be counted, but typically they look for a non-profit. If you're working for a for-profit, especially, let's say you're a STEM student and you're saying you're doing free work in computer science, that may be frowned upon. It's actually not the good thing to do, the right thing to do. The reason for that is they don't want companies to take advantage of students like you, and over time they don't want it to become a common practice, and that's why they don't allow that either. So there, the problem is not you, it's actually the company that's hiring you and saying, oh, work for free and I'll give you a certificate for your work. You would say, oh, no problem, I'll do it. No, but it's not good from a long term perspective for the country. So that's those are the things you got to take care of. And then CPT, Prakhar, to your question, CPT allows you to work anywhere between 20 to 40 hours a week. Some schools will actually give you a full 40 hours a week, and that's the interesting one. So you can ask your school and know more. All right.